I was pleased that on the 18th this month, Scarlet Publications released a cc&d collection book of stuff I find that appeared in past issues, and it's called On the Edge. And that's why I'm wearing my skirt that's in the photo. I might as well wear the skirt that's in the picture. And it was an honor to be able to read Recycled Reads from this one on the day that it was released. So I thought I'd read a couple from here, as well as another book, and
Yeah, kept us there.
I'm more than invited.
That's good.
And so, let's see how these go. This first one, I would love it if anybody wanted to play music. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
I would love it if you wanted to play music. But that's your fault. But you haven't heard these songs. You don't even know.
You want music?
From anyone. But
Any kind of music?
this first one is kind of goofier.
Come on.
Goofier.
Goofy music.
Like
Goofy music.
or weird or something. This first one is called Elephants Carry the World. Elephants carry the world in a line, in a chain. They walk, hold up the earth. And I remember sitting in the passenger seat with you driving down the road, and two elephants started walking down the street in front of us. Slow down, get out of the way, I thought. And you started to pull over. I looked at you in a panic as I said, I don't have my camera with me. You pulled over, and the two elephants, one much larger than the other, started walking across the street and stopped right in the middle, not 3 feet in front of us. And both of us just sat there, I in shock and in awe, and I watched a man from another building across the street come running toward us, slowing down and then stopping at a ledge between us and the elephants. And he placed some hard-wrapped candies on the ledge and said to the elephant, I thought you might like these. And then he slowly backed away. And all I could think was, how are they supposed to open these candies wrapped in plastic like this? They don't have opposable thumbs. And so you must have just heard my thoughts, and you said, elephants are highly intelligent creatures. And I thought, they carry the world, you know. And then I looked over and I saw these two elephants get on large bicycles and start to ride away. Yours, a shorter one, more somber, and it says, yes, I should read this. So this poem, yes. So this poem is called Human Construct of Time. Is this the best of times? Is this the worst of times? Or is this just one of those times? Only humans understand time. Where did all the time go, we ask? Time slips away as we search for ways to avoid looking old, to avoid death. If I ever saw God, I'd have to ask, how old are you? How much longer are you going to just sit there and observe? But time is a human construct, I have to remind myself as I sit and think at times like these. And because this was released at the beginning of the month, this interview book with select poems, I'm going to share with you a poem from In Depth, because I like you. I don't know, I don't have an answer for that, but I do. There was a question that was asked about if you could be a person for a day, and I went on a long thing about different scientists and the like, and it ended up talking about my writing poems for every element of the periodic table. And so I have one in here, and I'm going to share it with you. I hope you like it. And I did do a search. There's nothing that mentions autumn in either one. It doesn't really mention seasons. They tried, but just so you know. Oh, but this is a poem that's called Oxygen. In the South Pacific Ocean, I held my breath, plunged in and swam deeper into the water to get closer to the schools of white-tipped sharks huddled at the bottom of the ocean. With my flippers, I pushed myself deeper into the water The now useless snorkel was my only reminder of air as I kept going with only my mask to navigate me through this moving sand. And it wasn't entirely obstructing the water, but the sun grew less intense the farther than I traveled. Just remember to not get too close to the sharks, I had to keep reminding myself. I almost froze when I spotted this stingray. They work so hard to avoid being seen so they can surprise their prey and have their next meal. I spotted it, but it made sure, it made me stop. It surprised me, and I had come this far, and nothing but the water separated me from animals that could seal my fate. I stared for a while, then realized that I needed to get some air, so I turned toward the light. I had been underwater so long that the oxygen was pulled from my muscles, and I didn't have the energy to kick. I panicked. But you become acutely aware of your desperate need for air. Your body plays tricks on you. I forgot about looking back at the sharks and the stingray below. I even forgot about the sea lions, the lion seals above. I'll deal with whatever's on the surface when I get there. Now, you get yourself to kick. Think. You can do it. Push. I managed to kick my legs once, and then I started to move my way through the water. I hoped momentum would keep me going, but nothing was fast enough any longer. You can do this, I thought. Push again. I pushed, I moved, but the surface still seemed miles away. And now I know there's twice as much hydrogen around me as oxygen, but oxygen is much bigger than hydrogen. Oxygen is the most abundant chemical element by mass in our biosphere, on our air, sea, and land. But I can't get to that oxygen in this water. I can't let this be the death of me. My chest started to tighten. My chest started burning like someone lit a match, and the last oxygen in my body was setting my lungs on fire. I clenched my teeth tighter, and around that snorkel mouthpiece, I knew I couldn't breathe yet, but I couldn't let this piece go free and possibly move my mask while I was trying to save myself. Come on, I thought. Your legs are strong. You can do this. So I pushed again until I could see a few people trying to swim toward me. I tried to keep moving until someone threw their arms around my waist. I hope that they'd be able to breathe. I hope that they would be able to breathe for the both of us until we both broke that surface. I remember feeling wet sand being pushed against my skin as they dragged me out of the water, and then they let me lay on my side so that I could cough. I had no water in me, but all I could do is I could just do anything that I could just to give myself more oxygen again. Once when I was able to breathe comfortably again, I tried to think of my breathing. I know I can't get oxygen toxicity from breathing too deeply. So take a deep breath. Get your oxygen to my blood. The toes are tingling. Inhale deeply. Now imagine your oxygenated blood rushing to your feet. This oxygen to your brain. Get it there. This oxygen is now in your brain, so just keep thinking, mentally pushing that oxygen throughout your body. When I got back inside that evening, they had started a fire in the fireplace for me. And I thought, how fitting. I was stuck in the water with all that hydrogen and oxygen, waiting for getting the more oxygen so I could breathe again. But here, now that we're half water as it is, but it just means that the majority of our mass is oxygen. And here I was, now at a roaring fireplace with oxygen fueling the fire. It's funny how on this one day, a basic element like oxygen could help me go to where I'd never been before, could warm me up at the end of the day, and it could show me how its absence is so crucial, how crucial it is to absolutely everything in my life. Yeah.